Obi at Johns Hopkins.
In the transactional politics of Nigeria. So people pay them to cause confusion. As I'm here now, go to the social media, all those that are being paid 20,000, 40,000 monthly to abuse your youth, whom you are fighting for their life, because at over 60, I have just few years to go. But we can get it right.
Good evening, welcome back to my channel. That was Peter Obi. You guys heard him. Sometimes I do ask myself, is Mr. Peter Obi a spirit? Because the way this man behaves and acts sometimes, it baffles me so much. I think that Mr. Peter Obi is a superhuman being. Peter Obi is using battery, extra battery for that matter. This man, I doubt if blood flows in the vein and arteries of Mr. Peter Obi. Is this not the Obi we saw in Nigeria a few hours ago? Before we could close our eyes, Obi was in Rome with Cardinal Erinze. Before we could say Jack Robinson, Obi was in the United States of America to speak at Johns Hopkins. You can hear him, but come to think about what Mr. Peter Obi is saying. According to him, Nigerians are being paid to attack those that are assisting them. Do you agree with Mr. Peter Obi? I think Mr. Peter Obi is 100% right in what he is saying. Just look at what happened in Benue. Peter Obi is not from Benue State. Peter Obi is not from the Middle Belt. But it never stopped Mr. Peter Obi from assisting them. Now, he wanted to go to Benue State to assist those in IDP camp. But he was stopped by the executive governor, who is also a reverend father. He stopped Mr. Peter Obi from coming to assist those in the IDP camp. Oh my God, why is this happening? Nigerians are being used against Nigerians. Just look at what happened when Mr. Peter Obi was donating borehole in the far north. At the end of the day, some northerners came out to say that they don't want Mr. Peter Obi's assistance again, that he should keep whatsoever he wants to give them. How can this be happening? Some were even attacking him that he was assisting them. Okay, let me allow you guys to hear what Mr. Peter Obi is saying in this interview.
Well, let me attempt to make comments without saying I clearly understood your question. But quite frankly, for me, with all these things I said, Nigeria remains one country that has incredible potential for turnaround. We have, just like I always say about Africa, and I'll be using Africa and Nigeria, have immense potential. Every Indian knows where he is at all times. Before he leaves the country, he will tell you where he's going. When he arrives there, he will say he arrived there. There's a conversation, he will do that. So is the president of Indonesia under Widodo. Everywhere he is. But I can tell you, I don't know where leaders are, what they do. The president said he's going for retreat for 2 weeks. After that, he extended. Nobody's sure that the retreat extended for years, but he extended 1 week after. When you chose to be in public life, the public must know where you are. You can stay in your private life. Today, I tell people wherever I'm going. When I arrived in Rome yesterday, people knew I was in Rome. They know I'm here now. And they know I'm going to leave here to California tomorrow. Because you choose a public life. I can choose to go back to my family and decide nobody should know where I am. But you must be answerable to the people. That's why we need to change some of our political trajectory to have the progress.
We have
in terms of natural resources, human capital, I know it needs to be trained, but we have young age, youthful age, 60% of our age are youthful people, very dynamic, very talented, keep pushing the right way and everything and all that. And in terms of governance, it's just organize, like I say, competent leadership based on doing the right things. And I believe our political setup today, I've always said, we don't need first 8 years. We don't need second term. Because I think it's part of our problem. We need people to just come for a single term. For me, it's 5 years. I believe whatever you can do. Yes, you might not be able to do whatever you think you're going to do in 5 years. That's what people say. But I say in 5 years, you can show the right direction if you mean well. Clearly, I've observed. And I know that in the first 2-3 years, you can take those decisions that can make the place to be on its right path. We need to change our parliamentary system and bring in a system that will allow. We went too far going into American system of capitalism, in terms of governance system. We need a moderate side where we can be like what is happening in Indonesia or in South Africa, where we have proportional representation in the assembly, where we have opportunity of the president to be answerable properly to the assembly. Today, if you make Peter president, I can decide not to talk to anybody. I can just hire some, maybe media talks, to be answering and calling anybody's name in social media and everything. So nobody, even the Prime Minister of India travels today, you can go and check. Every Indian knows where he is at all times. Before he leaves the country, he will tell you where he's going. When he arrives there, he will say he arrived there. Then the conversation he will do that. So is the president of Indonesia under Widodo. Everywhere he is. But I can tell you, I don't know where leaders are, what they do. The president said he's going for the retreat for 2 weeks. After that, he extended. Nobody is sure where the retreat extended. Oh yes, but they extended 1 week after. When you chose to be in public life, the public must know where you are. You can stay in your private life. Today, I tell people wherever I'm going. When I arrived in Rome yesterday, people knew I was in Rome. They know I'm here now. And they know I'm going to leave here to California tomorrow. Because you choose a public life. I can choose to go back to my family and decide nobody should know where I am. But you must be answerable to the people. That's why we need to change some of our political trajectory to have the problem.
We have a
This is Chinix TV.